Hi, Leo, Healing Grasshopper, here to do your April 2026 reading. I am terribly late. I apologize. I've had quite a bit on my plate and I've had a good deal of fatigue kicking my butt lately. Um, I suffer with chronic fatigue syndrome and I also, but this seems different though. I really wonder if it's all of the geological changes, the Schumann resonance and whatnot, that's been happening. Because I'm not the only one that's been complaining of extreme fatigue lately. So, have you guys been experiencing fatigue? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I answer every single one of my comments, by the way. Um, it really makes my day to hear from my viewers. So don't hold back. All right. So, you have got the Triumph card here. Let's see what the context is before I comment. Three of Wands. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of positive maneuverings here. In the Four of Pentacles. That's interesting. Okay. I just, okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to get a grasp on the Five of Swords here because I feel my eyes went straight to his face here, um, which it's like a solitary victory. This is a guy who has triumphed over two people. He has really overtaken them in battle, and they have walked off, defeated and dejected, you know. Um, so oftentimes that can be the message, you are succeeding over your opponents. Um, but which can indicate like you're in some kind of conflict with others or competition with others. Um, but I don't really feel that here. This is talks about just feeling you're on top of things. You can overcome any challenge type of thing. This doesn't really indicate here that, you're having any engagements with others. This is all about you. The Three of Wands talks about um, you making the right choices for yourself. This is the waiting for your ships to come in card. Um, so he has made uh, a choice here that he is confident will bring him a good result. Um, so this is about making the right choices for yourself. Um, but here we have a tinge of what I'm going to call insecurity here. This is the Four of Pentacles. This is kind of a Scroogey, miserly card where he is holding on so tightly to these pentacles that it makes it difficult for him to do anything else. This is being overly cautious, overly controlling, micromanaging type energy here. Um, so there is a little bit of a warning here, like, yes, it really does seem like you're going in the right direction here, Leo, with what you're doing, the choices that you're making in your life. But it's like, be careful that you are not getting into the habit of controlling everything. Um, and these two here flanking the three of wands, which is about choices. Also, and there's a little bit of a message of um that the five of swords carries of uh battle. This is almost saying like choose your battles wisely, you know. Not every single battle is worth fighting here. Um, we'll see if there's anything else that comes up later. We'll continue with the hermit. Um, you're in a time in your life right now, Leo, where you're making life decisions for yourself. Um, you're very much in a turning point in your life, as most of us are. Um, the rest of the zodiac signs are, not just you. Um, so we're going to need to be mindful about the way we go about these new changes. So the Hermit card suggests that um, you check in with your inner self, with your higher self, with your intuition. Um, because the Four of Pentacles is very much a low chakra uh, energy, lower chakra energy. Root chakra. This is very much survival mode here. Um, which there's nothing wrong with survival mode, but survival mode in overdrive is never a good thing. So, um, yes, we will utilize our root chakra when needed, but for the most part, um, we are going to need to use our upper chakras, our third eye, our crown chakra, our third chakra, heart chakra, you know, because we're not being chased by saber-toothed tigers here, guys. Can I say saber-tooth? Saber-tooth. Saber-toothed tigers here. You know, um, we we don't often need to be in this intense survival mode. So let's see what our other cards are. Mars? No, it's not. What do we got? Spirit. Okay. Goes here. Reverse. This one's ours. Reverse. Reverse. Okay. Remember, I was talking about the turning point. This these major arcana here all clumped together. We're definitely talking about a major turning point here. Um, I was talking about you being in a time of your life where there are major life changes. So here's the magician right in the center of your reading, which talks about manifestation, right? But diagonally here, look at what's flanking the magician here. The Four of Pentacles and the Devil, right? So it's like, be sure that you don't let your shadow self and your lower chakras taint your manifestation here, you know, because the devil absolutely feeds the Four of Pentacles energy, where, all of your fears makes you tighten up, tighten your grip on things. No good. This is everything in the universe that we put into our heads that can go wrong. That just, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't do it right? What if I'm not good enough? Imposter syndrome. All of those things um, that will come up in the middle of you uh, trying to accomplish something. You have got to have your foot on the neck of this devil here. Um, I mean, even if it takes you putting together a mantra for yourself. I like to use um, I am loved, I am blessed, I am protected, I am supported. But I mean, um, oh yeah, I think it was last month that Stuart Smiley came to mind. Um, he'll come to mind often when I talk about affirmations. Um, there's an SNL skit back in the day with Al Franken. Um, Stuart Smiley. And it was this really goofy guy, well intentioned guy, but very flawed person who uh, had this public access show. And he was very well intentioned and trying to get people to use affirmations to get through life. And he had this affirmation: I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. you know, and he's just really goofy saying it. It was just Al Franken's way of making fun of uh, the new age folks, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm aging myself. If any of you guys remember it, let me know in the comments. Um, and there was a uh, Stuart Smalley, not Smiley, Stuart Smalley. There was a movie that he made. Smalley saves the day or saves his life or something. A really great movie. Anyway, I digress. Um, you know, it doesn't matter how corny your affirmation is. If it works for you, go for it because um, your shadow side is really gonna try and halt your progress here. So just don't let it happen. That's all. And by the way, look at the Five of Swords we have here in the beginning of your reading. Maybe this triumph is over yourself. Remember, before I was like, I don't feel other people. This feels like yourself here. Yeah, this is you triumphing over the devil. So, you know, this is already a initial declaration from the universe, like you are, you're going to win, you know. So just remind yourself that. Don't listen to the negative self talk in your head. The tower is an abrupt change in your life that you have no control over, right? So here you are making choices for yourself, manifesting for yourself, but here is the universe stepping in to assist you and kind of remove things from your path that no longer serve you, don't no longer belong there. Um, so I don't feel like this is going to be like a catastrophic or difficult tower. Um, but in the moment, it may feel catastrophic. Um, but sometimes you can have a big catastrophic tower. But I don't feel that's what this is. Spirit is saying no. What's the number here? More than a five? More than a two? A two? A one? You see, I'll ask um spirit to put a scale on the tower sometimes. Like, what kind of tower are we dealing with here? The spirit saying a one. This is not a difficult tower or towers. This can be a group of things that happen that um it's like I don't know, this just came to mind. Like, let's say you're looking for an apartment and you find the apartment that you love and you swear it's for you, but you get rejected, you know, by the landlord for that apartment. Y- Feels catastrophic, right? You're disappointed, but just tell yourself that it was meant to happen. That is your tower. That it's the universe's way of redirecting you. Um, So the reason why I was pointing over here, it's like the Four of Pentacles in relation to what I was just talking about, the apartment. It's like, no, I gotta have that apartment. I have to go back and talk to that landlord and convince him to give me this apartment. Maybe I'll offer him a bigger deposit. Maybe will make him approve me, or you know what I mean? Instead of just accepting the fact that, okay, I was rejected, move on. It wasn't meant to be. See the difference between choosing something good for yourself and, over controlling. So here we have you, Nine of Swords, upset about this tower. It's like, oh no, the world is ending. I didn't get that apartment. Boo hoo. Like, mm, there's too much manifestation, too much work to do for you to be, lamenting over small things. Let it go and move on. So your outcome card, look at this. You've got the Seven of Wands. This is like you're starting with triumph here with the Five of Swords and ending with triumph with the Six of Wands. It's like, never mind this nonsense. You're winning. You're going to win. But you've got to let it happen. You can't over control things. Okay? Wow, it's windy. I don't know if you heard the door slam. I have all of my windows open in this room and it made the door slam. Um, Clarity, advice, higher self, sacred destiny, whispers of love. Sonia Choquette, Esther Hicks, any of these here. Okay, we're going to get one from this deck, just one. Um, Sorry, I don't know what the name of this deck is. I don't have. Oh, actually, yes, I do have the box still, but the box doesn't have a name on it. Oh, this is from a different deck. Okay, I'm kind of resting on each other. Um, it came in a box with this picture on the box, and that was it. So I don't know. It was a gift. This deck. So maybe if you're really that interested in the deck, if maybe you want to take a screenshot of, oh, we have clear here. If you want to take a screenshot of that and maybe Google uh, Lens or whatever those Google things are, you might be able to locate this deck. I like to share my decks. I'm not gatekeeping my decks. What do we have for advice, Spirit, for Leo? Joy is the ultimate creator. Okay, this absolutely is speaking to the magician here. Actually, look at this. Place this right here between the magician and the Four of Pentacles. Um, Disney's Snow White Whistle While You Work, which comes up every now and then in my readings too, um, just came to mind. Um, it's like enjoy the process. You know, if something doesn't work out, let's not cry over spilt milk because there's so much out there waiting for you, Leo. Um, that one spilt cup isn't going to devastate things. Okay? So let's have gratitude and look forward to everything that the future and the universe um, is going to bring us. Okay? Thank you so much for um, supporting me, guys. For those of you who are subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But even if you feel you are subscribed, have a quick look for me anyway and make sure. Because for whatever bizarre reason, YouTube will unsubscribe you from things. It's happened to me. Um, so if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It is a quick gesture that costs you nothing and really does help me out. So I appreciate it. Um, like button also helps me a lot. Don't forget the notification bell so that you don't miss upcoming episodes, videos. But you don't have to wait for the notifications either. If I come to mind, come have a quick peek at the channel. There might be something new for you to watch. Um, if you are really inclined to helping this channel, the other thing you can do is one, share this video or share the channel with whomever you feel might enjoy or need the channel, but also have a look at the playlists. I have many of them made. Choose one, set it to autoplay, and have it on as background noise as you go about your daily tasks, as you're winding down in bed, and while you're sleeping. Because watch hours are what a small channel like this one needs to grow and thrive. Okay, guys? So, the other thing that you have already done to help me was stopping by and staying to the end. Really does a lot for the channel as well. So, I thank you for that. I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.